last thing you remember as you stand in the vaults of the Stygian Trust is the face of Bushu, your one-time friend bearing down on you with flecks of blood on his tongue and white, shining light in his eyes. As he spins his sorcery, as a voice somewhere in the vault calls out to you, promising escape and survival if you will only promise to help it. That voice seems to come from an old stone coin that you found among the treasures of the vault only moments ago. A curiously heavy stone thing with a pentaform cutout that seems incredibly ancient. As your hands clasp around it, Kit, and as you agree to the voice's compact, the world goes white, and with Friezo, the two of you are spun on your way beyond the stars, this time further than ever.
What happened to the talking lion?
The talking lion, Dormondo, the imp, as was its compact with those infernal powers of the abyss, the moment it was banished, it was spun back to hell.
Okay.
It will not be traveling with you. And you are traveling a long,
Shame.
long way. Hello! Tammy comes out from under the table. Kit, you have a sensation of crossing great distances as you are flung from Prime, through the fault line, beyond the cradle, beyond the 9 known worlds, and into the depths of wild space. As you rush forward, fighting to keep consciousness, you have the sensation of a beautiful disc-shaped world floating under a hemisphere heaven of brilliant, starry night. You fly towards it over a blue ocean and black out as you see a huge white harbor city rushing towards you. As the two of you open your eyes, the smell of salt and sand assails you and you breathe clean, good air for the first time since Elysium. You are in a courtyard of sorts. As your eyes adjust, you realize, somewhere in a city of proud white marble. Men and women in various states of dress exercise under the sun, while others gather in groups around storytellers and speakers, nodding, listening, and sometimes jeering the philosophers in front of them. This must be the place. This is Theros. This is where the coin has taken you, which for now seems silent. You are, at least for now, on your own.
Did we know we were coming here?
The last thing that the coin had said to you was that that it could take you away from the vault and it could possibly take you home, but you had to do something for it.
Okay.
But you did take the coin out of a lion's mouth.
You did mention that this place smelt of salt and sand.
Yes.
What does sand smell like?
Salt.
It smells of beach. I mean, the difference between salt and sand is the smell of beach, whereas the smell of salt, I think, is more like the smell of a kitchen. That's kind of what I was going for.
I don't think you can really smell salt. That's my theory.
Yeah, I don't think you can
wrong.
smell sand either.
No, but you can smell the seaside, the salty.
You can smell salt.
but you can
Well, that
taste
is
salt.
salt in an aqueous solution.
See,
I think it's turning into vapor, right? So it's getting into your face.
There we
So
go.
this is getting very inside baseball, but that line originally was going to be the smell of salt and brine, and then I thought one of you dipshits was going to give me shit because those are the same thing.
You can't get away with it.
Brian
You can't pull it over
Oh,
on us, Dave.
Yeah, Brian is actually salty water, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
Hold on,
leave
just-
Brian out of this,
there-
Who
please.
is Brian?
Dave, as we look around here, does anyone
Chicken
have
salt.
Does anyone have like a as we look around all the various men and women in different
Various stages of dress.
various stages of
So
dress?
the ones that are they're very scantily clad from what you're used to are exercising. The
Right.
gymnasia seems to be a place of exercise and also learning.
Is there anyone here that has like a large like yellow exclamation mark above their head?
Like a big sort of thing glowing.
Like a quest giver or something?
Yeah, no. What's your weird little brain gonna do now?
Who's the biggest person at the gym?
Where are we? But like, is it outdoor, indoor?
It's an open courtyard.
Is the coin saying anything to me?
The coin for now seems to be silent.
No.
You can try talking to it if you want.
Coin. Where are we? Coin.
Yes.
Wait.
don't you dare.
Do I know where I am? Do I have a sense of where I am?
Make for me a quick perception check.
That's a 14.
You don't know exactly where you are, but you are having an incredible sense of deja vu. This place seems familiar. Familiar to you.
Dave has DM'd this story before.
There's something strange and home-like about this in a way that you can't quite deal with.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
fact, it's making you feel a little uneasy.
Are we in a gym now, Dave?
So I'll just paint a bit more of the picture for you.
A gymnasium.
You're in the what's called the gymnasia, one of several gymnasia.
Gymnasia.
In
like a
the
Pokemon gym?
in the
Sorry, Pokemon gymnasium.
starting to think you don't want me to answer this question. So you're in one of several gymnasia in the polis of Miletus, which is the city of philosophers.
Right. Okay. Let's find the biggest person in the gymnasium.
Do you want me to paint a little bit more for you, or
No,
the biggest person in the gym?
Who's the biggest person in the gym?
The biggest person in the gym is a what looks like a very bronzed youth in a very
I
short.
thought you were going to say, I was really hoping you'd say a very bronzed grandmother.
White tunic, and he is very powerful aquiline jaw, short cropped hair, and this is interesting. His skin is pale blue, and there are scales all the way down it. And
What was bronze
What
then?
bronze is power blue?
That's a good question. So
bronze.
it was a blue bronze. It was a
Is it
blue
kind of like
bronze.
verdigris?
Like
kind of
rusty
like,
bronze. It was a verdigris. Yeah.
Oh, like the Statue of Liberty.
Oxidized.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
green.
Shimmering.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he's standing
Copper
there, and
though,
he's flexing, and he's stretching, and he's got a discus in his hand.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit that.
Wait, he's holding his discus in his hand?
Yeah.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
1001, 1002, 1003.
He was lifting.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, he's not.
what you got there? A discus? That's cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I've lifted it almost 1,000 times.
I bet
Fuck.
my friend here can throw a discus further than you.
Well, I don't know him.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up?
Am I bigger than this guy?
No, this guy is. You would weigh more. This guy's got a bit of height on you. You've got a bit of weight on him.
All right. I'll look him
Oh,
up
it's
and
like
down.
General Sherman the tree. It's the biggest tree in the world. It's not the tallest tree or the widest tree.
Enough about General Sherman. Jesus Christ, Jordan. Enough. All through dinner, German Sherman is General Sherman.
My favorite tree.
I bet you can't. Here, watch this. And he just throws it away.
Hey, make a strength check for me.
Hey, yeah.
+3.
Oh, that's not great.
Okay. He rolls an
Oh, he's
8.
like, oh crap! I always do that. Hang on, I gotta go get it.
Does he have like the short gated run of somebody who is too over muscled and not stretched enough?
He actually looks surprisingly athletic. And comfortable on land, even though there's, as I said, something very aquatic about his features.
Oh, he's a fish
Covered in
boy.
scales, and his skin.
I was thinking more Dragon Ball, but
Oh.
that. He's got a bit of a fishy visage.
He's got a bit of a fishy visage, but he looks quite comfortable. And he picks up the discus and he trots back to you and you are not very whelmed by the distance that he's throwing it, and he hands it to you.
That's a 20.
Okay.
Oh man! And he runs and gets it. Wow, pretty far, dude.
And then he looks with a very trusting face to you, Friezo, and he goes, "Sorry, I just realized I forgot to ask what we were betting for. What was the bet?"
Nothing. I was just thinking that, seems like you run a gym here or something, and my friend here is clearly the best athlete in the entire kingdom. And if there was some sort of games coming up, I'm sure my friend here could compete, and Olympics.
It's not a kingdom. It's a democracy.
Democracy. Sorry.
Yeah, the Council of 12. Get your shit together. We're not like those Acroans.
Well, my friend here is an incredible athlete. So if there were some games coming up that needed to be
The
competed
games,
in,
he says. Oh, you
Olympic
must,
games?
Are you here for the Feast of Necrologios?
Yeah.
You're visiting athletes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Well, he's obviously. What do you do that's so athletic?
He's not my coach.
I'm a coach. I'm a
You
coach.
can throw this further than him?
No, but I can help you on your form. I'm a coach. I'm a manager. I'm a brand ambassador for you.
Well, if you're. Well, I mean, and which of the schools of the Dakria are you supporting?
We're an independent entrant into the games.
Oh, no. We can't be having this. If you're going to be part of the feast, you have to work through the Dakria. The philosophers are over there. They can help you out.
Oh, okay. Let's. Shall we? Do you want to go join a? Do you want to go join a duckery?
I mean, really, you're on your own at this point. You've taken both hands of the plot. So
And you hear from across the music, "Yay! Gather round and see us crush mightily in a battle of wits."
just to be clear, these are philosophers that are
Hanging out at the gym.
Yeah.
on the other side.
The
basically.
brain gym.
It's a kind of it's a summer days, summer nights situation. The philosophers are up on the bleachers.
Okay.
These Anapsian fools seek to step to us with their talk of folly. We, the formalists, say that only order can bring true peace to the land of Theros.
So they're
Seems
also
pretty fascio, if you ask me.
is that what you say?
Yeah.
Well, what say you? What school of thought do you think stand for, sir?
I was trained in the school of Dave. Who's my patron? I mean, who's
Who's your patron?
I mean, what school did Frieza go to?
The Temple of Mystra?
Nox.
Yeah.
Because you're in Theros.
Yeah.
You're
Look, you may not have heard of it. I'm schooled in the Temple of Mystra. That's the school I've come from. But I'm just here to.
Mr. Bean.
Jesus.
until we introduce your character, you're just going to pun at us.
But here, we're just here to join an athletics team for the games.
I mean, I've never heard of this Mystra, but what's your philosophy? What's your guiding principles? What do you believe? Why?
Gotta know when to hold them. Gotta know when to fold them. That's my philosophy.
But how does that pertain to how one should live their best life while
Well,
in the mortal realm?
Right now, are you holding anything?
Only my wreath and wand.
See? And you know you're holding them. But eventually you're going to know you got to fold them.
This is a wand. You couldn't fold this. It would break.
It's a metaphor.
Can I start laughing?
Yeah,
this
suddenly
point?
you hear the quite flustered formalist who's talking. There's suddenly a cackling behind him, and you see a figure. Why don't you describe this figure for us?
You see a satire, body of a person, legs of a goat, little horny halls, really kind of greased up hair in a fashionable style, little leather jacket, right? And on his knee is a bazooka.
On a what?
It's like
On his knee,
a string, a plucked string
a
instrument.
bazooka.
What's a bazooka?
It's like a Greek guitar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I put down the bazooka and I say, bro, see the merriment around us. See the laughing faces of the crowd at this clown and his antics. See the joy it brings. See how much life and laughter is in this room. Surely this is what it's all about, bro.
I think not. I think all of these revels only lead to chaos, and the wine that you quaff so will later lead to chaos in the streets.
Chaos is joyful. Chaos is laughter. Chaos is the mouth of a baby and a newborn lamb being best friends in the summertime. What is order but standing in queues, waiting to be told what to do? Servants, not only of your own mind, but masters beyond that do not care for you.
Well, what say you to order when one does wait at the shop to buy thy HSP or whatever, all right? And then...
And as he says this, a few other formalists, sort of dour-looking students, get behind him and they go, yeah, that's right. Ooh, and
we'll just all gather in a crowd.
They start hyping
shall
him
we?
up.
Yes.
We'll just gather in a crowd. Who will go first? Who will get served
Yeah,
first?
who will go first?
Whoever is the best, right? If you all take turns, we don't know who amongst you is the best. And what is life if not to know if you are the best, instead of being a bunch of dickheads standing in a row? Dickhead.
Well, I take umbrage at the term dickhead, and I would argue that the concept of the best would presuppose some sort of formal ordering.
Piss off, Vlaka.
The strict formalist, whose name is Perodotax, splutters. Actually, well, why don't you make for me? You're a bard of the Cult of Eloquence.
I am bard of the
College,
Cult of-
the College of Eloquence. So,
Yeah.
so why don't you
Classic
make for me
eloquence.
an opposed performance?
Oh,
check?
yeah.
Ooh,
You-
guys, that was great. No matter what the dice say.
What's that?
It's a
Oh!
hot one.
I got a 22.
Okay,
Perodotax cries. He just cries like...
Just soils himself. Drops a
And he-
steaming load from
he's-
between his legs.
He swallows 2 or 3 times as his hype men sort of abate, and he sort of says, I'm needed in the Dakria. And
Yeah, bloody, you need your pants need attending because of all the daiquiri you've done in them.
Now, an interesting thing is that this satyr, although he's dressed as a philosopher, doesn't have a group of sort of hype men and students around him. He's very much flying solo, whereas all the other philosophers seem to be in groups. And so the moment has kind of been abated, Friezo.
Hey there.
Yasu.
Yasu to you as well. Wow. That was very impressive. What is going on here? Is this some sort of philosophy joust?
Yeah, look, it's like you ever been to a poetry slam?
Yes.
It's kind of like
Yes.
it's a bit like
Yes.
it's a bit like a poetry slam, but a bit less rhyming.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a prose slam.
Yeah, or a
Or a rally.
debate.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're talking different philosophies, but we're trying to find out, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of that? Why are we here? What's going on? How do you measure a triangle? All that shit.
My name's Friezo. This is Kit.
John.
G'day, Kit.
We're looking for.
My name?
Yes.
My name is Nick Giannopoulos, the original Wog Boy.
Oh, it's not.
No, I'm very upset about it, but I have to tell you that I've had this conversation, and I'll save you a lot of time and tell you that yes, that is the characters now.
You can, if you click on the D&D Beyond tab on the
I'll fix that.
Twitch.
I don't think it does at the moment, but I'll fix that for you.
You can see my character sheet, and you can clearly see my name is Nick Giannopoulos, the original Wog Boy.
I remember you. My understanding is you're the king of Mykonos.
Yeah, Yasu.
Oh, this is a deep cut for our Australian listeners.
For our international listeners, should we give any context to who Nick Giannopoulos is in the Australian lexicon? He is a Greek comedian who sort of was popularized in the 90s with, I guess, like
80s and 90s.
80s and 90s as like a ethnic comedy kind of very, and was one of the most famous popular people in Australia for decades.
Famously, it was really good.
Yeah, people loved it.
was
They used to, a group of Greek comedians, ethnic comedians in the 80s and 90s who did reviews,
stage shows. There
stage
was a
shows.
movie. There were
There's a
two
movie.
movies.
They did movies, and then they also had several television programs, including Acropolis Now.
Did I hear recently that he trademarked the phrase
He
"wog
tried to
work"?
he tried to trademark the word wog, because
Amazing.
he is the original Wog Boy.
Yes.
And so I'm really flaunting with the law by
And it pleases me, it gives me no end of pleasure to tell you that now, if you go to the side of your screen, you will see the character sheet of Nick Giannopoulos, level 7 Satyr Bard of the College of Eloquence, the original Wog Boy.
But also, the Nick Giannopoulos recently, I believe, got into a fight with, was it Justin Bieber at a club or something?
What?
There was something. Oh.
How are they in the
Giannopoulos?
same place? Isn't Nick Giannopoulos a 65-year-old man at this point?
Yeah. Oh, look, you
He's
guys
gotta be.
keep playing the game. I'm going to Google
Gotta
this
be
quickly.
65 years old.
All right.
quick, make some headway on the plot. Wog Friezo is looking at his computer.
Yeah, so he looks down to you and he beams at you.
Well, we admired your discourse, being students of chaos, in some regard ourselves.
Oh, thanks, Kit. That's good to hear. Lovely to meet some like minds.
Well, what is going on here? Is it a competition? Is it?
It's just a Saturday afternoon. I don't know, Dave. What is this?
Well, he goes on to tell you in his own strange roundabout manner that this is the second day of the Feast of Necrologios, which is
Necrologios.
Miletus worships the entire pantheon, the Nyx-born gods that
All of
rule
them.
over Theros.
Big one, small one, some as big as your head.
And they celebrate them at different times, and this is the month of the Necrologios. This is the month where they pay respect to the dead and the gods of the dead. Gods like Erebos, the god of the dead, Aetherios, the god of passage, those that ferry the mortals from the mortal realm down to the third realm, the underworld.
Sorry, I was wrong. Nick Giannopoulos got into a stoush with Drake.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait. At Drake's house?
No, there was some sort of club that they were both trying to get into, and Nick Giannopoulos was trying to get at the same time. And Drake's posse apparently was taking up a lot of space in the queue. And
They
then-
didn't know that he was the original.
Well, and I think both. I think it was a case of two parties both being like, "Don't you know who I am?"
Both alike in name.
Yeah.
Is this in Australia?
Yes, it was in. I
And
think it was in
neither
Brisbane.
knew the other. It's
Right.
conceivable that Nick Giannopoulos would not know who Drake is, and just be like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
I remember you from Degrassi. Maybe.
But you would. But you. I don't want to do the voice. I'm not going to do the voice. He goes on to tell you that.
I give you permission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do the voice.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's not do the voice, Dave. What you get.
Sorry, this is back in 2015. Can I just read the Facebook post? 'Cause it's so
All right,
good.
but then I'm going to make you put it away.
Sure, it's so good. Okay, so I think this is a Facebook update from Nick Giannopoulos,
Oh, can I do it in the voice?
the 9th of March 2015.
Okay. Last night, by chance, I happened to be standing near a side door that rapper Drake was about to walk into. Before he and his crew arrived, his US security guy was clearing the area and told me I had to move. Did I? Fuck no. Hey, mate. This is a public street in Australia, and the last time I checked, I was still free to stand wherever the fuck I want.
Good on you, Nick Giannopoulos.
Okay, I'm putting the Nick
More
Giannopoulos.
power to
That's
you.
the original Wog Boy.
Wow.
Which in many ways was its own gymnasia debate. So.
We were trying to get.
But you would know that. You would know it's the. Oh God, I almost said. You would know it's the feast of Necrologia. You've come to pay homage, and he points at your finger and he says, "See, you've got his obol."
Oh, you see, mate, look at your coin, mate. Look in your hand. That's it's the for homage for the Necrologios.
Yeah, the homage for the Nega and Barbalabulus.
Yeah. Look, it's a hard. There's lots of O's and U's, but give it a try.
And he points, and you can see that these, as I said, there's a sort of 5-point shape cut out of a stone coin, and that shape is on banners that there are people walking down through the city. You can see it up. Its design has been chalked on the sides of walls, and
There's a big inflatable one with a juice bar inside.
and people are giving to children little wooden versions of it.
Do these customarily talk to?
Maybe let me have a look, and then I cast Magic Mouth on the coin, and
All right.
I give it back. Yeah,
Well, do you have the magic mouth spell?
I do.
All right, so now you can talk.
Okay,
through
so now take it. Hey, dickhead! The little mouth appears on the coin.
Hold the coin while the coin roasts.
Pick the coin up. Pick the coin up. Hey, dickhead! Just kidding. It's just a bit of magic mouth. You got a magic mouth, don't you?
It's worth explaining at this point, in case you didn't get this, that Nick Giannopoulos, the original Wog Boy, is a proud Anapsian. Anapsians are sort of the anarch philosophers, the rogue philosophers. Very much on the out and outs of the Dacria. They embrace the fine delights of life, the pleasures of love, friendship, fine wine, drink, art, and music.
And orgies.
Look, we are looking to join a school of philosophy so that
I really thought you were going to say orgy, but
So just to be clear, he has recognized the coin.
so if
So if you were looking for a giant gold exclamation mark,
is there a discus competition that my friend can enter into?
my God.
Look at these arms, right? These are not the arms of a discus thrower. This is the mind of a champion. You've brought me this coin. Yeah, the coin is typically. Do you know much about the coins?
We know nothing about the coins. To be honest, we've just arrived.
Right. This is a coin. This is called an obol. Right, traditionally placed on the eyes of the dead and given to the ferryman to cross the river into the underworld, which probably has a different name, but I know it as Hades.
It is called the underworld in Theros, and the ferryman is Athreos, the god of passage.
Or Charon.
Athreos, the god of passage. You will find that we will save a lot of time if we just agree to the conceit of using the names in the book.
Yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks
This
to Jordan's
is,
production of Aristophanes the Frogs right now.
This right here is a bit of cultural appropriation, bit of cultural gentrification, and look, quite frankly, as a proponent of chaos, I'm all for it. Let's go crazy. Let's just call everything everything. Look, this is a duck. Oh, look, this is a mouse. Oh, look, this is a dickhead. Oh, bang bang, and then the mouth goes bang bang.
Watch your magic mouth, young man.
Okay. But if feats of strength are traditionally performed at the amphitheaters as part of the cult of Necrologios, that is whereby we honor Erebus for his oversight of the domains of the dead.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the voice.
I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed in today.
So what time does the feast kick off?
Well, it's going for 2 days. The orgies every night, performances and plays every day.
Orgies every night, performances every day, orgies every lunch, orgies every morning.
I just did a quick orgy and a juice.
Keep your fluids up, boys. Go hard. Get me my jacket. Jacket on, jacket off. Hey.
But there will be feats of strength will be performed at the Dacrian Amphitheater at the end of tonight's performances.
Well,
Pre-orgy.
yeah, this is pre-orgy. or
Followed
post?
by a light orgy, followed by a satyr play, followed by 2 heavier orgies, and then
my
a snack.
Yeah.
Concurrent or consecutive?
My friend Kit here would like to partake in all of that.
Oh, and now hold on. This fur is very difficult to keep clean.
Sorry, all of the athletic portions of the evening.
Also, you'll be doing the orgies.
Look, if I have to, I'm much more of a I'm more of a manager, a coach, a brand ambassador.
Oh, yeah, no, if you want to stand in the corner and cheer, we're all for that.
These people are not of us. They're barely philosophers, low-grade thinkers. And you see some of the formalists have sort of come back again.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. If I had to choose between chaos and order, I'm going to go with chaos every time.
Well, you can just you can put that into a rap, or you can get out of my gym.
What was your name again? Paratrax?
This is Perodotax's Helox. This
Yeah, Helox.
Paratrax's pants.
Perodotax's hype man. Perodotax went back to the duck.
Yeah.
What? Well, wait. Hang on. My
Helox is a very, very, very
here-
small man.
my friend here has the best discus arm in the entire democracy. And if you would like him,
Are you extrapolating that from him beating one person?
Yeah.
You cannot debate with an arm, good friend.
I'm saying, don't you want him to represent your fucking school at the feats of strength?
Wish
Oh.
to study with the formalists?
I'm saying we're going to the highest bidder.
It is a decade long of profound study at the Dacria.
you don't want to do that.
Only the wisest students. Well, you would well
You know what? They
say
make-
that, Nick Giannopoulos. You were thrown out of the Dacria 2 years in.
Yeah, because you all wear the same coloured robes and you make them that colour by pissing on them every morning.
These are the sacred
That's
rituals as we have
cultural.
always done.
That's cultural. That's fine. How else are you
what
going
we
to
do.
bleach robes?
I don't even wear pants.
I know, and we've been meaning to talk to you about that as well.
Kit, little beef huddle. What do you want?
Little bit.
What do you reckon we should do?
I think we should stick with the chaos.
Excellent.
I mean, I feel they will embrace us with open arms. And these guys are blowhards. Let's dack them.
No dice, Fasho. Hey, Fasho, look over here. Go for it, Kit.
I roll to dack. That's a 15 plus what?
Oh,
You can't dack a toga, friend.
this is a talk. I'm not wearing
Well, I
it.
can-
Get out of
I
it.
pull it over his
full body
I pull it over his head.
Yeah, you can do
Up and over.
You can do a full body dack. That's fine.
Oh, dies of shame.
He looks embarrassed, and then you remember that there are people doing athletics literally 60 steps away from you, completely nude, and he's probably going to be fine.
Well, who's embarrassed now?
Got anything to say about my weird pubes? I suppose you think my weird pubes are funny.
Why are your pubes all straight?
Perhaps I shouldn't have brought attention.
That's
to
what they
that.
do. It's all about order. So they all. It's like a packet of chips upside down.
They blow dry their pubes.
Every morning there's a ceramic straightener they use on their
They do. They heat up it's a vessel made of porcelain, and they heat it up in the morning, and they straighten it.
How do you make sure not to singe your member?
You only singe your member once, and then you remember.
all right. Gene, we'd like to
So
join-
weird. Really takes you out of it.
We'd like to. How long will it take for us to study under your school?
You got to watch.
Yep. Oh no, I can count.
Got a sundial, and,
Yeah. Time starts now. Let's get a juice.
and he walks over to a juice bar down the bleachers to the side, and there is another Triton merchant who is selling juices. And actually, next to that Triton merchant, you see another figure in a dark robe who looks up as you approach, although their face is obscured in the cowl of their robe. Make a quick perception check for me, Kit.
Oh,
And it's a 9.
And Frieza?
9 plus perception is 12.
You get a very strange sense from them. It makes the maiden stone in your neck starts to itch
What
as they're
does
looking at you.
The who's looking at me?
As this figure looks up in their cowl, it starts to
at
itch.
the juice bar.
Yeah. So they've walked over to the juice bar, and the next stall along, which actually, now that you look at it, looks like a table covered in rubbish. Just like broken bits of pottery, rusty bits of metal. There's this figure in a black robe, and they look up at you, and as they do, your maiden stone starts to itch.
Who goes there? You're making my stone itch.
The figure looks up. So while you're getting juices, presumably, the two of you, the figure looks up and slowly pulls back the cowl of their hood to reveal that they are wearing a beautiful, ornate, solid gold mask that that goes to a skull cap all the way, encasing their entire head, with a frozen look of sort of studious calm on the face, and beautiful runes engraved in a band around their golden.
Can I read the runes?
No, it's a language you don't understand, unless you have you understand all speech, but I don't think you understand all written forms.
Okay, cool.
So no, this is something that you don't recognize. Okay. And the figure looks at you and it pulls out a hand, and the hands are wrapped in cloth, but they look like normal hands, and it beckons you to come towards the table.
Okay. I'll do an Arcana check on the mask, I guess. Probably not nothing. Not 10.
Okay, no, you don't get anything,
Okay,
but you're gonna walk forward?
Yeah.
The figure looks at you, and then it points at your backpack, and it reaches slowly to touch at your backpack.
No.
And it tries again, and it looks at you again, and it tilts its hand to the side, and it tries to slowly touch your backpack.
No.
It's
Use
not
your
trying-
words.
it's not
Use
trying-
your words. Use your words.
And Helox, who's kind of keeping an eye on you in a butthurt way, wanders over.
And he's like, hey, he can't talk.
Well, what is there something? Well, write it down then.
He wants
Come on.
to trade with you.
This is a grey merchant. As I said, you're foreigners. You don't understand our ways. He's returned. Do you understand that? He's seen the underworld. He has given up a vessel of himself in worship of Phoenix, and he has returned to us to make trade.
Okay. Well, what's he putting on the table then?
You have something he wants.
Well, where? What does he have that I want though?
Bring it out. Let him take it out. He won't steal from you. They all sign oaths.
Okay. I'll look at the.
He sort of points and he taps at your backpack, and you realize that he's tapping at a pocket which you slowly pull out, and you almost forgot that you had 2 salt and pepper shakers that you got
from the Minotaur.
Yeah, from the maze.
Yes.
Muradin's maze.
Yes. Okay.
So these were just mundane salt and pepper shakers?
I think so. Yeah. That, as far as I know.
Yeah.
All right. You'd like to season some food. All right. What are you going to give me for these salt and pepper shakers?
And he puts a hand into one of the robe pockets, and he pulls it out again, and there is a diamond as big as a fist in his hand.
Hey, Helos. What do you reckon? Good trade?
I mean, how much do you like those salt and pepper shakers?
I honestly had forgotten them, that I'd had them.
Well,
Honest?
The returned are searching for items. No one really there's no rhyme or reason to why they like things. Have a look at the rest of the equipment on his table. They search for things that they think will help them remember who they were in their past life. They see no value in things that are valuable to us, and vice versa.
Well, pleasure doing business with you, Grey Merchant. Please take this salt and pepper shakers, and I will gladly take the diamond off you.
He does, and he hands you the diamond, and you can take that's a diamond.
As big as my fist.
It's worth 1,000 gold pieces. Yeah. And he takes the salt and pepper shaker from you.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Well, as you do, you turn around. And what type of juices did you go for?
Olive.
There. Kit is hating an olive juice smoothie, while
Olive juice, honey, and yogurt, the best.
Nick Giannopoulos is just chowing down.
Like my yaya used to make. Yeah.
And he's got one for you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to make a constitution check or something, Dave?
Yeah, if you want. If you like.
4.
All right, you vom up a bit on yourself.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, but you will acquire it in time.
Throw up on your diamond.
Put the sick covered diamond into my backpack.
Stinky.
So, what's going on here? There's the feast. There's the feats of strength, and my understanding is there's probably an Olympics that we're going to enter my friend Kid in here.
Well, I'm really I'm intrigued about how you came across the coin, because if you didn't get it here, where did you get it?
It was in the Stygian Trust in a vault, and then a talking lion brought it to us, and it spoke to us and it asked us to get out of there. We had
You
to do
say
something for
talking
it.
lion like it's a surprising thing, but you yourself are a talking cat.
I mean, I'm not a lion. I'm a bipedal person. I have thoughts and feelings and speech. I'm not a.
Well, clearly so does this gentleman you've described.
And indeed, so does this coin.
Fuck you. Yes. Okay, yeah. Well, look, it's been a while. It's been a wild time, honestly.
Why don't you let me have a look at it? Can I examine
Yeah.
the
make-
coin?
Do these coins usually ask something in return? The offering, is that beyond the coin itself? Is that an action
Coins
or
that children are being given are grey painted wood.
Right.
They're cheap toys for merchants to mark the festival of Aetherius, the Necrologion. Yours seems to be an ancient old stone thing. So nobody else has these ancient looking ones.
right?
All right, what am I, religion?
Yep.
Might it try and attune?
15.
15. You look at it and you get a powerful sense of that it's connected to the god Aetherios, and that you were correct. And it feels like a relic, like an actual artifact.
Holy shit, bros, this thing is legit.
You don't know enough about Aetherios to tell them much more about it, but as a philosopher and as a one-time student of the Dacia, you did have a drinking buddy who you've stayed in contact with from when you studied, who was an expert on the gods of the dead, who, just so you know, who is performing a play as part of the Necrologion, is one of the performers.
Well, I explained that to the rest of the...
This is one of the gods of the dead.
Yeah, that's what I said. You take the obol to pay the ferryman to get to the other side.
How many gods of the dead are there?
So there are literally a
Couple of gods.
Beautiful.
literally a couple of gods. There is of the pantheon. There is the god of the sun. Some people think the leader of the gods is Helios. His brother Heliod. Sorry, his brother is Erebus, the god of the dead, and there is another sort of half god, the god of passage, Aetherius, who is the one who rides the boat that is paid by coins that are given to him.
And the coin that we have is an Aetherius coin.
It's connected to Aetherius somehow.
Right, okay.
I give the coin back to Kit. Dickhead.
How long does this magic mouth last?
It's a level 2 spell. I have quite a few slots.
At least an hour, possibly 24.
Kit, if we go to the underworld, I feel like the other places which we've been in recently, we were in hell, we've been in heaven. I reckon this will be linked to that. And if we're trying to get back to heaven to find Bethany, I reckon underworld is our best bet.
You're saying there's some sort of.
So if we could use this coin to get to the underworld.
Just so you know, when you saw, because you actually saw this world visually, and you still remember this when you traveled at great speed towards it.
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Yes.
I've just read Magic Mouth. It lasts until dispelled
nuts.
and occurs every time the trigger happens.
Okay,
So
you've decided the trigger. You
the
don't need to
trigger
tell
is
it.
the trigger is it is in Kit's hand.
Yeah.
Kid.
But you saw so this world is a disc sort of floating in the world with water rushing off the side of it. You saw that there was what seemed like a shadowy disc underneath it, and above it a hemisphere of starry night. So a lot of people in Theros talk about the three realms: the Nyx, the realm of the gods, the mortal realm, and the underworld make up what you would call a plane in the 9 known worlds.
So if we could dig our way to the underworld, then we could get. I reckon there'd be a link there because it's like afterlife, the dead people and whatnot. We could get from there back to.
Are you saying there's some sort of clubhouse where all the various gods hang out?
There is only one way, my friend. This is Helux again. to get to the underworld, and that is a one-way journey on the back of the boat of Athreos. And the ones that return look just like your friend over here. And he points at the grey merchant. The only way back is to give up everything that ever made you, you. It's a one-way trip.
You say that. I've been to heaven and hell before, and I turned out basically fine. Snail eyes, gammy leg.
Friezo, truly the character that proves the consequences do not exist.
A gem itching on my chest that is sewn into my body.
Your body's trying to reject it.
I mean, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I mean, just in terms of like the world, these floating discs are not the same floating discs that we were on previously.
No, but I reckon our chances of getting back home through their to our afterlife are pretty good if we go through their afterlife.
And as much as Friezo's neck is irritating him, you're feeling quite out of place. And this conversation is bugging you a little bit, Kit. And the reason it's bugging you is because what you're saying rationally makes sense to you, but this feeling of deja vu, this feeling of that you've been here before, is not going away.
Has Kit died? Have you died before?
No, that's my other character.
Whereabouts?
In space.
Okay.
Friezo?
Then Thella.
So in many ways, this plane is a version of what we've done before.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Deja vu.
You're not getting any sense of deja vu, just so you know.
Okay.
Can I do like a perception check or something?
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Do
11
an insight
plus
check.
2, 13.
Insight.
Insight.
That's
13
your
is
wisdom.
not enough.
I got 18 plus 3, 21.
Nope, I did
What's my
not.
insight?
You can't. You don't have any insight to this.
No.
Don't have.
You don't know what Kit's going
What
through.
time of day is it,
In
Dave?
many ways.
When does the-
usually.
When do the orgies start?
Well, there's plays are about to happen now.
Yeah. So I explained, I've got a mate who knows a lot more about the underworld than I do. He could probably have a look at your coin for you.
He's another
All right.
philosopher. He's also a satyr. What's his name?
Mimo.
Mimo?
Yeah.
Mimo.
Mimo.
Mimo
The
Panathanakopoulos.
great satirist and satyr,
Mimo.
Mimo Giannopoulos.
Panathanakopoulos.
Mimo.
Mimo. I'm going to have to write that down because we're doing this for 3 weeks.
He was in the show as well.
Yep. Mimo was the balding one.
Mimo. Giannopoulos.
Can I ask if we go and ask your friend about this, are we gonna have to sit through an amateur theatre production? Because
Look, do you like musicals?
Have you ever seen Starlight Express?
Imagine a musical where they got wheels on their feet. They're all different chariots. And there's the golden chariot who always wins, but then there's the plucky rusty chariot who's just come fresh off the battlefield, thinks he might give it a go, trying to make it home to his wife, Helen.
all right, let's go watch Chariot Express.
All right, so you're going to leave?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You get as you leave the Juice Star, as you turn around, you suddenly notice that a second returned, a second
Grey
grey
merchant?
merchant has shown up the stall, and they're both standing. And one of them, their body language with one of them inclined towards the other, is almost as if they've been talking, though of course they're making no sound. And as they see you looking, they both turn. The body doesn't change, but the mask turns around of the second one, so they both stare at you and they watch you as you leave.
There may yet be a character called Galactoborico.
So delicious.
Oh, I love. There's a place in Marrickville that does Galactoborico ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is Galactoburico?
It's like a milk pie. I wanna
Yeah,
say.
it's like a kind of a more wet baklava.
Oh, sure. I've always
Oh,
thought
wet
baklava
baklava.
Yeah.
too dry.
Yeah, you're gonna get that wet baklava.
Yeah.
Dry baklava does suck.
There's
Choke
not
on
many
that.
desserts that sound better wet.
What, ice cream?
Wet ice cream? I would prefer to eat ice cream.
Dry ice cream,
Dry
though?
Cream?
dry
You know what?
ice
That you burn your
ice
tongue
cream-
off.
Dry ice cream is astronaut ice cream. Space ice cream is dry.
Oh, that is.
It's no good.
It's dehydrated ice cream.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's better wet, is what you're saying.
I just think wet is not a descriptor. I
Yeah.
reckon
Moist.
Moist.
moist
prefer
is
moist,
for a
moist,
cake,
but
for a
wet.
cheesecake. Yeah. For
Like a
cake,
pudding?
a chocolate cake. Moist.
I mean,
is
it's still
good.
pastry, but it's
Dense.
Slice chocolate cake? Yeah.
yeah.
Moist is good. All right, so you're gonna make your way to.
dry jelly. Oh,
What is that? It's
that's
like
just bones.
It's powder.
it's like
Just ground up animal
crystals.
bones.
Yeah.
All right, so you head.
Things are just.
Chai milkshake.
What is the source book being used, Dave?
Sorry.
What's the source book from the chat is asking?
Yeah, that's Solus.
Is this the new source book being used? Yes.
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 Oh, thank you. Very good. This is Mythic Odysseys of Theros is what we are using today. The returns, these gods all come from here.
Yeah.
The character Nick Giannopoulos is not in this version, but we are told that later versions.
Yeah, that's why it's been delayed.
Chariot
because they need to
Express
put Nick
though
Giannopoulos.
is in this.
Yeah, and it's
full script.
most of it. It's only this much of it is D&D.
Yeah.
The rest of it is an unasked for Broadway spec script for Chariot Express that has
But
been
not the whole
described
script, just up to Midgar.
as bafflingly racist and misogynist by most reviewers and does not come recommended. So,
But please do buy it.
no, it's really good. It's really good, and there's a lot of really. I've enjoyed reading it a lot. It does my head in like Jordan's because a lot of it is things that you just have to substitute the real name for. For instance, let me tell you about the Caliphaea, which is how Caliphae, the mariner, traveled and fought the god of the sea, Thassa, the
Yep.
sea queen, or the Acroan War.
Is this
I mean,
Odysseus?
look, as a student of the classics, I've had to do this anyway because all the characters have Greek and Roman
Yeah,
names
yeah, that's
anyway.
true.
So,
Oh, right, because there's the Roman version of the Greek version.
yeah, there's Ulysses and Odysseus
Yeah.
are the same.
and now this
Yeah.
is the D&D
And then in
version.
this,
of
they're
the
Nick
Roman.
Giannopoulos.
In that version, Dave, is there Asterix and Obelix from the comics?
No, I have not yet found them, but I have not read the whole book.
Okay, cool.
So-
Wait, I'm pretty sure they weren't Greek.
No, they were Roman.
Gaulish.
But that was the.
They were Gallic. They're Gaulish.
They're
Gallic.
French people fighting
They're
the
from
Roman legion.
Brittany.
So I thought that it'd be like a.
You
Anyway,
thought French people
All
fighting
the
the Romans
Romans.
would be just like Greeks?
no, I thought because we did. There's always Roman versions of Greek stuff. Anyway. Look, I went too many steps ahead.
Well, no, because as soon as you started talking, I was like, Asterix and Obelix go to the Olympics is the image that popped up in my head. They're trying to sell me.
They get all over, don't they? They make Cleopatra.
I think is Asterix and Obelix is racist, right?
It's probably a bit proper.
Is it?
Oh, I really like
I mean,
it.
it's
That would
French, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes.
it's
So
fine.
definitely proper.
So you make your way to the harbour where the Siren Sea meets the polis of Miletus, and you're being led by a skip and a jump by Nick Giannopoulos, who, by the way, is about the size of a Bobby Pancakes, just to be clear.
right,
A
okay.
small creature, no pants, and you pass other satyr, and for the first time are unnerved to realise that they are all wearing pants.
My fur is my pants.
You make your way into Miletus Harbour, past the Decatia of Sciences, and as you see the harbour, you see a huge, spiralling up into the sky, a tower of what at close examination you realise is slowly rotating.
Like a pillar of meat.
No.
And there's a.
These are these are stone tablets engraved with more of these runes.
Yeah.
There's a tower of them, and at the top of them a huge, like a small sun,
Of
a
garlic sauce.
a ball of light
Tzatziki.
lighting the way of ships coming into the harbour.
Gyros, and am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah. On the hill, a green, verdant
Gyros.
forest of.
The Pyrenos
Tabbouleh.
of Miletus, the lighthouse and
Yeah.
one of the wonders
They-
of the city.
Yeah, they call it that, but it's
And underneath the Pyrenos is a huge open-air amphitheatre, and you can see as you approach it what looks like, even though you're not from the city, you recognize them anywhere, protesters. There are philosophers holding signs and trying to start some chants. It's a little bit depressing.
What are some
There's
of the
about
chants?
12 of them. What are some of the chants, Eden?
They're like
And the chants rhyme as well, but they rhyme badly.
they're like be nice to the gods, don't be mean.
You snobs.
Wait, they're gonna rhyme bad. They're like respect the gods or fear their wrath. These plays aren't good. Only 2 stars.
And they're trying to get the chants going, and it's kind of not working. And you can see otherwise Miletians, Tritons, mostly Tritons, a few Centaur, mostly humans, a few Triton and some Centaur.
You know how like when you study at uni, like theater studies or whatever, like you do some fucking
Performance
performance
studies,
studies
yeah.
shit. There's always this lecture. I don't know. I might have misinterpreted it, but there's always some lecturer who's trying to prove to you how cool theater was back in the old days. And they'll be like, "Did you know? 500 years ago, if you went to a play, people were really fighting in the aisles, and it wasn't the hoity-toity like posh stuff it is today. It was a real people's thing."
People were there eating oranges.
Yeah. So, do you reckon, Dave? Is this like theatrical production we're going to go see? Is it real like raucous?
I
It's not
think
as
it's going to validate everything you suspected when your teacher gave you.
Right, okay, like,
No, it's a common affair. There are people of.
sure, but is theater still lame 2,000 years ago, or whatever?
You haven't seen any yet, so you're going to have to make that decision for yourself.
How many doors are there onto the stage?
It's open air.
It's
Oh,
open
okay.
out, yeah. There's a back wall half
I was just wondering about the 3-door theory.
Well, you can actually see that I with the magic of WizKid tiles, I have built the theatre stage for you.
As Lands
Do you think our D&D campaigns?
So 3, actually. I put 3 entrances.
Do you think our D&D campaigns have more amateur theatrical productions than
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know. I reckon.
Hell more. It's way
Do
more.
you reckon the Adventure Zone's doing amateur theatrical productions?
This is professional theater, okay?
This is
For
good theatre.
This is good
Yeah,
theater.
yeah, yeah.
There's no such thing as good theater.
This theater.
Go on.
Have you been to Dracula's?
I remember.
Dinner theater is the only good theater.
I remember at university, drenched in some layers of irony, but also some sincerity, went into the university early and graffitied on a
All
wall.
theater is lies. The only real comedies are. I mean, the only real art is comedy.
Yeah.
You graffitied this?
Yeah, well, in the graffiti tunnel. It was like
Yeah,
on
right.
two big. It was very.
I love those
bad.
graffiti tunnel
Yeah,
pranks.
it was,
Remember our one?
When Harry Potter came out?
Yeah, 2 days after the fresh. Yeah, I think you were angry.
Half-
You about to say
Half-Life-
the Fresh Print, Harry Potter and the Fresh Print.
Yeah,
Did you do the spoilers?
we did put spoilers
So
up in the graffiti.
2 days after it came out, and I'm not proud of this, but I'm a bit proud of this. We did a huge mural in the graffiti tunnel that says Snape kills Dumbledore, and I would absolutely not do that again. But now we know she's a transphobe, and I
Yeah.
say it was political.
Yeah.
I've reframed it in my mind as a political protest. Very well done.
It's still there.
So
I think the graffiti tunnel, not that bit of graffiti.
yeah. I mean, it probably is under layers and layers and layers of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
For those who didn't go to Sydney University, the graffiti tunnel was a tunnel where you could do graffiti on the walls.
and basically you could paint whatever you wanted, but occasionally if you did anything that was vaguely political or meaningful in any way, the university would come and scrub it down. But you were allowed to advertise your fucking review show.
Yeah. No, it was great. I love that place. And I would love to see someone should get cut lateral chips in it because it would be amazing.
Delicious.
Oh, you have to actually
guacamole.
crawl through it on your hands and knees now.
I
It's
bet.
been,
The
so-
bell
Really narrow.
starts
Yeah.
to ding for people to take their seat.
But you're going to have to
telephone.
cross the picket line if you want to get in.
Bing bong.
Well,
bing
look,
bong,
unfortunately,
bing bong,
my
bing bong,
stance on
bing bong.
unionism is never cross a picket line.
It's not unionism. Oh, so you wouldn't cross a protest? This is a religious protest.
They're like,
So these people are like, the gods are not being
These are
respected.
these are people
Oh.
outside an abortion clinic.
Oh,
Will
right.
you not? Would you go to an abortion clinic and see protesters be like, "Well, I'm not going to cross the picket line. Hing ain't no scab." Sorry, Wendy, you're on your own.
Sorry, I misunderstood. Oh, goodness. I misunderstood the situation.
How is Wendy, by the
how
way?
is it?
I misunderstood. I will.
That is the most cursed thing I've said on this
Yeah.
Twitch.
It's pretty good.
It was good though. It was to shame Hing, so well done.
They're
You just won yourself some magic cards.
They're like,
as it is, O'Day.
Last number 3.
they're like, enter this theory and you will be cursed by the gods. Blasphemers only.
I can't be any more cursed than I am. Let me in. 1 ticket, please. Are you selling the tickets?
Yes, I'm selling the ticket. I don't think it's a good idea. A
just
man's
walked-
gotta eat.
He just walks past and says, "Hail no one," and we walk through.
Oh, well, I hope you get cursed.
Yeah. As I walk past, I curse that person with hideous laughter.
Well, he starts starts giggling. If you move quickly, he probably doesn't realize there's a problem. It massively undersells the point that he's trying to make. I don't know what the currency in Theros is, so I'm going to say it's magic cards. So everybody's paying each other in basic
Drachma?
land.
Yes. 3 rares.
3 rares, a mythic, and 85 commons.
But I will accept a dual land.
Mate, you get a house for that.
But your friend Anapsius has, as you're about to pay money, flashes a card that is a complimentary ticket, which is in his name plus his guests.
Ha-cha-cha. Thank you very much. We'll be taking our seats in what I imagine is a...
Right up the front.
Oh boy, I'm going to talk to us.
In the splatter zone.
Yeah, you're all sitting here. If you've got your little miniatures, we can sort of place ourselves down.
Places, people.
That's right. You're still a Demogorgon, huh? We got to get you a miniature, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring them next week.
There you
that's
are.
Tilda Swinton.
So as you all take your seats,
I am in Swinzo form, Dave.
just as the audience, and it's why children aren't screaming, as the audience are starting to take their seats, there is because it's an outdoor theater, there's no lighting change or anything, but suddenly there is a peal of a drum and the audience falls quiet. Somebody very noisily eating an orange is irritating you right to your side.
I hate that.
And
2 guys who are in the middle of a fist fight just like pause to like look at them.
and in robes out walk 8 actors, all of them in grey robes, and all of them, you're quite close, you can see, when wearing obvious paper mache form-fitting masks with runes around them that have been painted gold.
Chariot Express.
So similar to the
Answer me, yes. Are you real? Yes or no?
Have you been listening to it?
I've listened to it like
It's so good.
since childhood. We listened to this in the car driving to school.
Yeah,
like,
I used to
every
listen.
day.
We used to listen.
Chariot Express, please answer me, yes. I don't want you to go.
Rusty, you're blind. Open your mind.
Frieza's gonna...
Presenting to you this evening, The Path of Phoenix.
NCDC.
Due to complaints, Chariot Express has been cancelled indefinitely.
What? Frieza...
Chariots of a Sex, the themed orgy will be continuing after playing as planned, as tickets have been pre-sold.
That's a really clunky outfit to have to wear to have sex in, isn't it?
You now notice that there's a guy wading his way through this in a really clunky cardboard chariot costume
Yeah.
with a huge codpiece.
Yeah, and it's held up by his erection.
And so the figures have arrived, and they go, "Behold, we are the returned children of Phoenix, and our story is that of our God." And at that moment, there is someone unrolls a tapestry at the back of the stage, and you can see a figure with a golden mask and a huge black cape that seems to be of stars. And they go, "Behold, the path of Phoenix." And then they all part to the side, and a figure walks in.
I am Phoenix. Alas, I die.
Nah, new voice, new voice.
No!
And another actor, and as he says, "And unless I die," another actor walks in with a fake sword and stabs at him once, and then pulls a red ribbon from him and exits slowly, unwinding it.
Wife, put coins upon my eyes so that I may pay the ferry on Athreos on my journey to the underworld.
And another actor comes out and gives him a big obol that looks like, again, the coins that you have.
Here I am at the River Tartrix, on my way to the underworld. Hello, Athreos. How are you?
And at that, a big puppet that 2 actors have of a huge gaunt figure in a ragged cloak on a canoe with a big oar walks forward, and he puts out a hand for the obol.
Pay you, please take me to the underworld.
And he looks at him, and then the set changes somehow. It's got to revolve. Don't ask me how.
Yeah.
And now he's in the underworld.
With
Oh.
gobos.
Yep, Gobos.
Mostly gobos.
Oh no, here I am in the underworld. Avast, Erebos, god of the underworld.
And a satyr walks out, and this satyr has like body paint on and a big fake trick belly that is huge and fat, and a big fake phallus as well.
And he's like-
that just waggles around.
And he's like, oh yeah, I'm a big dirty baby, yeah. Oh, I got a whip, I'm a bad boy.
Make a perception check, both of you.
10.
7, 8.
Do you want to make one as well?
Sure.
You can make one with advantage, as you are from Miletus.
Was that a perception?
Yep.
So that's a 15 or a 17.
17. Okay, you get the sense that there are a few people that are not very happy with this performance, this presentation of Erebus, the god of death, on the Necrologion.
Oh, yes, this is the whip, my whip. I just like to whip myself with it because I'm a dirty little boy. Ooh, yeah, I like
Is this
the
your
pain.
friend?
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
your friend?
Oh, yeah, I'm a naughty boy. Arr, arr, arr. And then the guy who...
There's a cough in the audience, but no one claps.
Yeah.
While this is happening, I'm just like thinking, I'm like, what am I going to say after the show?
The lighting is
I'm
amazing.
just like,
And
you
the
look
guy-
like you're having a great time.
And the guy
He
playing...
spins around
fun.
and the paper mache phallus waggles and alarmingly.
And the guy playing Phoenix is like, oh, avast, hell, the underworld truly sucks a ding-dong. I hate it here.
It sucks, boo, I'm out.
Yeah, boo! I hate this. I must find a way to get back to the back to the mortal realm.
And Erebus is like, no, you can't. No one escapes. Ah, boo, I suck. Wah, wah. He's got trick nipples, and he fires olive oil out of both
Oh, truly, this does suck. The oily discharge from your nipples.
all over him.
Oh, it's all on my face. I hate
I'm
this.
mouth agape.
You're in the splatter zone? It's all over.
Splatter zone!
Is the is that satyr the god of the dead? Is it kind of look like Danny DeVito? Is
Yeah,
that, okay,
yeah. It's Danny DeVito. If Danny DeVito was playing a satyr.
Oh, which was from Hercules the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think yeah. I think Danny DeVito's in that.
Sure.
He says, I must return to the mortal realm.
And then the set changes again, and now he's back on the banks of the river Tartix, that river that flows into the underworld.
But as soon as I step into the river, Erebus's whip captures me around my ankles.
And in an unnecessarily erotic bit of choreography, he lashes him with the whip and pulls him back out of the water.
And what does he say, Dave?
And he goes, ah, boo, yeah, suck my nips, yeah, have some more oil, yeah, oh, there's no more.
Did you see my spot on Twitch the other day? This is bang on.
Yeah, you love it. No, all of you love it. Yeah, it's me, I'm Erebus.
He says, I must erase myself. Here, I will take
A sip of the waters of the Tartix.
a sip of the waters of the Tartrix. I will erase myself. And here, wrapped in this scrap of Artheos' croak, I slip.
And so what he does is he takes a fake prop and he pours water from the river, from the Tartix into his mouth. And
While this is happening, because he's my mate and I don't want him to have a bad time, I cast hideous laughter on like 3 different people around the crowd. So trying to encourage
the moment that anybody starts laughing, he just starts milking it more.
Yeah.
He completely overcompensates. They love it. They love me. And he starts. And
He
the
start walking
play
to
is
the
now
crowd?
going slower. It's going
Left the stage.
much slower.
slower.
And so as he does this, Phoenix sips the water, and then his mask, because he has.
If there's like a noble person
Yep.
who everyone respects, and if they start laughing, everyone feels compelled to. I cast it on them.
All right, cool. The Council of 12 are watching in their private box. He
Yeah.
cast it on one of the counselors, who is the philosopher Persephone.
Yeah.
And he starts to laugh, and all of his flunkies, all the formalists, are laughing now as well. So he sips of the water, and then he removes his mask, and underneath his mask, he's wrapped his face in gauze, obscuring his eyes and his mouth. And he looks at the world. He looks out at the audience. And he says, "I remember not where I was or who I am. I am nothing but what I am now, and that is why Atreus will not see me." And he wraps himself in this piece of cloth.
Yeah.
And he gets onto Atreus' boat. Well, because Atreus doesn't see him as he slips past him. Yeah. Meanwhile, what's Erebus doing?
Erebus is like, oh, come back here. Whoopsh, whoopsh. Ooh, I can't get with my whip. I guess I'll just have to whip myself because I'm naughty
Is he
boy.
Austin Powers now?
Yeah. He's like, yes, I'm.
Bit of audience gear. What about you? Where'd you
Yeah,
come from?
wait.
What do you do for a job?
I'm
Oh,
here.
you're a bit naughty. You like a bit of a whip.
No, I don't do that.
Oh,
I
why
just
don't you
grab
get
it. I
up on-
grab it.
Oh,
I grab
that's-
his whip
wait,
and
give that back.
I pull it off him.
All right, that's all we've got time for.
He's panicking now. He's like, anyway, Phoenix went back, and that's how the return started. And they all do the same. You get the picture. That's the general play. But do give it back to me. Okay, goodbye.
That's a prop. Don't let him leave with that.
I fling it back at his head.
Ah.
19.
Oh, well, and I'll catch it. A 1. It hits it very hard. right in the
you
face.
hit a 1, and it hits him on the shoulder, and you hear a twing and a snap as like some kind of obscured secret system is inside him, breaks like a spring breaks, and then just a giant ostrich egg flies out of his pants and cracks onto the stage.
What was he saving that for?
You've covered him in oil now.
Everybody
Splat.
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
a small orchestra.
Where did that come from in your brain?
A small orchestra starts to play, and
Is it from something, or is it from whole cloth?
I guess I don't know. I don't know where half this shit comes.
Is this what you did at NIDA?
Ostrich egg?
And
Oh,
a bit of it was the prestige, I suppose.
Yeah, with
I mean, yeah, sure it was.
the fishbowl, right?
And the
That's what you took away from the prestige.
But what if it was an egg?
for everybody, because of the laughter, because they're embarrassed, and also because the council seem to like it, there is actually quite a lot of applause. And
He comes back for a third curtain call.
to discover that most people have left the room. But then he spots you from the stage.
Ah, my friend.
A wink. Stay in character, bro.
Autographs backstage. I'll see you all at the stage door. And he disappears off stage.
I was like, come on, let's go. Tell him what we thought of the show.
You want to go to the green room?
Yeah, that's
We'll
what-
go around to the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
door,
So you go around to the stage door, and
flash our passes.
you can see one of the actors with the big paper mache masks, and they look quite ridiculous from here, is standing there, and he sees your backstage pass, and he ushers you in to a small room to the side of the stage, which is the green room shack, and inside it there is a tray of warm shellfish has been laid out.
Ooh,
As
warm.
all of you gather inside the private digs of the actor. What was his name?
Mimo?
Panathanakopoulos.
Mimo
Bravo.
Panathanakopoulos.
Nick Giannopoulos, as I live and breathe, you always support my art, and
He's
I.
preparing an ostrich egg delivery system.
He's reloading.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for going. Tell me, what did you think of it?
Oh, look, I was with the council at 12. Did you hear them laughing? They bloody loved it, mate.
Oh, I thought.
You look like you had a real good time.
Oh, look, I just love the crowd.
Yeah.
I love it. When I hear them laughing, I want to give them more of what they want.
Yeah,
I
really-
thought I didn't take too many liberties, did I?
No, look, I
You
really-
read the script.
I really
Has
like-
it changed at all since you read it last 3 years ago?
I mean, the egg, that was a new bit.
Well, it was exactly as I planned it. I thought, what would if a god was a silly god, as silly as Erebos anyway, he would definitely lay an egg. If a phoenix escaped him, he'd be so upset he would lay an egg.
Genius. What
I
about the
think of
titties full
myself,
of oil? Where'd you come up with the titties
Well,
full
I
of oil?
thought, if he's into dead stuff, it'd be like, why wouldn't you be like, ooh, he'd be like, and what's better than milk but olive oil?
Oh, but
Also,
I
it's
think
cheap.
I think milk and oil together with a little bit of
A little bit of honey,
little bit of
blend
honey.
it up just
Blend
like
it up.
my
You know,
Yaya
I
used to
used
make.
to use milk, but then during the regional tours, if you don't change it regularly,
yeah.
and one time, and just cream cheese came out.
Yeah, because you got to put it all
Just
back in the
two-
suitcase at the end of the show, and then the next show it comes out, it's all milky, and you don't want to do that.
Olive oil, you don't have those problems.
After 2 or 3
You know
shows,
what it's
I know what
like.
it's like. I know what it's like. I've done my
How's
fair
your
share.
one-man show coming along?
Oh, look, it's
Pours you an ouzo and hands it to all of you. He gives you all an ouzo.
If I just
Thank you.
Look, it's going all right. I'm taking my time with it.
You know I dramaturg.
I know you're dramaturg, but look, I think I'm a solo artist. You know, I like a lot. In the
I
process,
just want
I work
if
alone.
you want an outside eye, I'd be happy to take
I'm-
a
understand.
rewrite.
When I'm in the
anything
part
you
of the
need.
process, I'll give you a call. Yeah, all right. I
That
might
will-
take it to Edinburgh.
By Edinburgh, you mean Akros.
Yeah, the festival at Akros.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile,
Mimo, is it?
Yes.
Panathanakopoulos.
Do you, what is it? So you're an actor? Is that what you do?
Have I heard of a dumber question than that? That was me on the. Oh, you wouldn't tell because my performance was so.
My goodness. So is that like a full-time gig for you or what?
Absolutely, yes.
But Mr.
full-time an actor who can
Full-time.
only time work 1 month a year.
1
during
month a year.
festival.
1 month a year, I'm full time.
Edinburgh.
and Akros. I do 2 months. The rest of the time, I'm kind of.
Live with my mom.
I live with my mom.
what I mean is, like,
I harvest the grove.
Is that how you pay rent?
Look, I lose a little money over these 2 months. I mean,
It's an investment.
yeah. Look,
You gotta print. By the way, does anybody want any flyers?
Yeah,
I have
flyers?
a box of flyers for you.
I got
box
all-
of flyers for you.
I
That's 500 flyers. If you could give some, or if you pass a pub, just drop a couple in the postcard thing. It's a week left of the festival. I have 12 more boxes, so you can have a box.
There's
each.
no bigger burden than someone giving you flyers to put somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Even if they're for your own show.
Yeah, like, I hate these.
Sometimes I
My wife says, just defund the arts further.
I've had like recently, before the plague, I had a show in Brisbane, and my agent was like, "I printed some flyers. They'll be there when you arrive in Brisbane." I'm like,
Fuck you.
"What? I don't know anybody in Brisbane, and I use the internet. I don't need flyers. I'm paying. Why am I paying for this?"
I'm gonna walk around. Yeah, it was I mean, the internet has made that better.
Okay, so everybody write down. You have a box of flyers each.
Box of flyers.
Box of flyers.
And
Just drop them in at a cafe.
and it
posters
says
in there too.
They
Got
all
some
say Mimo Panathetacopoulos
You doing any papering?
presents the path
I'll
of
paper the seats afterwards. Hey, come with me. I gotta paper the seats.
later. The path of Phoenix.
The path of.
Oh, it's weird because like it looked pretty full, but like I noticed there was like 2 other banks of seats on the edges that you were just closed up. What was going on there?
Well, that's just for a more intimate feeling. They only use those for religious.
really?
ceremonies.
Yeah, they curtain them off you normally.
This
but
this venue is a 350-seater, but for festival it's like a 80-seater, which is really good. But I got to. What do you guys want to talk about? Because in 15 minutes, the people are coming through and they're going to do the Basil Fawlty dining experience.
Basilico Faluti.
we want to.
This is so alienating.
We're so deeply scarred by fringe theatre. Every one of us has had a terrible time.
Look, there was only 4 people in, but they were a good 4 anyway.
when you bump in and then you find out the next person who bumps in you is a fucking magic act who takes all the backstage room. Fuck that guy.
Mimo.
Yes.
These fucking
What's your name,
cabinets
my
that fit
friend?
inside.
My name is Friezo. Fringe theatre aside, we want to go to the underworld or win my cat friend here a gold medal.
Well, if you want to go to the underworld, you would have to be dead.
Or if we killed someone else, we could ride their body there.
What?
Go the whip.
Please, whip the ghost.
It doesn't. It doesn't work that way. When if you die, you would leave your body and travel via the boat,
river?
the river.
Mimo, have you
Cartridge?
seen the movie Flatliners?
Absolutely, I have. I love that movie.
Is there some sort of Flatliners thing we could do?
Well, did you show him the coin?
No, I will show him
He
the
goes,
coin.
well, I
Okay.
mean, strictly speaking, you saw the play. Phoenix escaped, and there are 8 others that escaped. But everybody else that has left the underworld, I'm sorry, I've got to do the RSC guy again, has generally escaped by the way of the 8 as the returned, and you saw what happened to them. Some of them are grey merchants, some of them live in the necropoli, some of them have become Palomnites roaming the land, furious at the living.
As you would have known from my play, the Phoenix was the first returned, and all those that have followed the path of Phoenix have not. Ring any bells? Yes.
Also, I have some temporary tattoos.
Got merch, T-shirts.
Now,
Why do you ask?
well, this may be a bit beyond your philosophy or studies of this particular religion.
Well,
No, it feels
I don't know.
do
Yeah.
not presume.
Is the
Oh,
word
Alex.
denim still banned in chat?
No, somebody noticed that before. Hey, Filch. No one knew why. Did you ban Dennis?
I did.
All right, that's
Are
great.
you a mod in our chat?
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Oh boy.
That power.
Dave did.
All right. We.
Well, yeah, I don't know if your studies are into comparative religions, but the gods of your world and the heavens and the hells and the ups and the downs, they correspond to those of other cultures?
this is blasphemy. There are 3 realms. There is the realm of the gods, there is the mortal realm, and there is the underworld.
Do you want to blow your fucking mind? Do you want to blow your fucking tiny mind?
I mean,
Timo?
you just saw my play, so I think I'm owed one.
We come from a place where there are not just 3 realms, there are 9 fucking realms.
I call bullshit.
Oh, you want
I call
see,
absolute bullshit
You want to
on
see
that.
some shit? You want to
You're
see
a
some
fucking
shit?
liar.
I grab Mimo and I press his eye up against the fucking like the fucking hag crystal in my chest. I'm like, look at this! Look at this!
I'm resisting. I don't want to be touched.
Lucky 13.
13.
10 minus 1 is, I guess it's a strength check.
Stop. Let go of my head.
What do you think this is going to do to him?
I thought I might be able to play a movie from the
He
crystal.
he can't see, because you have said that you are in your
Swinzo form.
Swinzo form. Now, just to be
sure.
clear, you're just pushing him into your boob.
Okay.
I mean, I know that is no, but
Yeah,
you've done it, and I
yeah.
know the maiden stone is there, but he can't see it because of the illusion.
Okay.
I
I
don't-
don't. Oh god, sorry, I forgot. My bad. And I changed back into snail zone. Wow.
Oh God, Jesus. Yuthasa. What? What? So you turn into Snauzer?
Yes, snail zone right here, right now.
This is freaky deaky. Wow, wowie, wowie.
I had no idea.
It's a quick change. You want to be in my act?
This is. Where are you from? You do not look like any that I've seen before.
Yeah, you know why? Because we've been through some shit, okay? Just last week, right? I was chased by bees through a little devil town. And then my friend got addicted to juice. Have you heard of this? You heard of this juice stuff?
olive juice?
So these guys don't know like demons or any of that stuff?
No,
like,
none of this is making any sense to him. You're in a completely different world.
How did you come to be in this
So then
place?
you remember the 9 known. This is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
one of the 9 known worlds.
Right.
It
How
has-
did you come to be?
A talking lion. Get this in your freaking
A
tiny
leonine?
skull.
There
Yeah,
are talking lions all over the plains of Orestes.
yeah. Well, one of them gave us a fucking coin, right? This little boy right here.
Dickhead.
How did it do that?
Can I do the thing? And he grabs it and he does like the Matrix thing with his
Oh
brain.
shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's talking and he's like, could it be this? No, it can't be. This Arthreos, it is told by the legends, was the first man who died. And he traveled to the gods offering 5 gifts in order to become a god. And they granted his wish, but threw his 5 gifts out into the universe, out into the world, and took them into the shape of 5 coins, 5 obols of 5 different shapes. A
Mastodon.
tiny-
Pterodactyl.
Yes.
Triceratops.
And this one,
Those were the names of the ovals. Yes.
and this one, the disc obol. This.
You see, the gods were scared. They knew that once one man had died, they believed that Nyx would be overrun by the mortals and that they would spend all of eternity sorting them, living with them, and they didn't want this. Their deal was a curse. Athreos would be a god, but he would spend the rest of his life sorting the wheat from the chaff and ferrying the mortal dead into the underworld until they paid him back, as every dead person paid him back 1 coin, until these 5 coins came back to him. When those coins come back to him, his compact with us is done. He becomes a god, and we have a real overpopulation problem.
Well, we've got one. It looks like we've got one of these motherfucking coins. So either you help us.
Who knows you have this coin?
Ooh.
You,
I think
you two guys.
everyone in this room.
Take it. Keep it safe.
Is that from one of the new?
That's
From a play. It's from a
that-
play I'm writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my Ian McKellen.
Keep it safe.
Secret.
And there's a knock at the door.
Yes, actually, I've got to go fly. Yeah, there's a knock on the door.
Oh, that must be someone autograph hunters, as you'd expect. Please excuse me.
And he goes over to the door. So you're by yourselves for a second. Do you want to do anything?
I don't know. Do we want another box of flyers? I might leave them. I'm just going to take the flyers and put them on the table.
It's gonna be very. That's. I would be. How upset would you be if you gave someone a box of flyers, you went back to your room, and it was back
They
there?
had left.
Good while he's out, I undo the boob and then mix in with the olive oil, some honey and some yogurt and some tzatziki and
You're making your custom milkshake?
I'm just leaving him a surprise for tomorrow.
All right, nice. He walks out into the door, and you suddenly hear a shriek in the corridor.
Ah!
I guess we'll run out to the corridor.
Have a look.
So you run out into the corridor, and in the corridor you see there's a smash on the ground and his glass of shrimp that he was eating out of a glass.
He was eating hot shrimp
Yeah,
that whole time.
shrimp out of a Tom Collins glass is
God.
broken on the ground, and he's standing in panic with his back against the wall, and standing, one of them with a lantern, and three others, all of them holding short swords. You can see more returned in black robes with the gold masks, but whereas the other ones had, as I said, like a taciturn smile, these ones have scowls on their golden masks, and they all have short swords, and they're advancing towards him. And scrawled on the wall behind him, illuminated by the lantern, is words that say, "The gods shall not be trifled with."
All right, looks like we're about to get mucked up here.
Can I do a religion check to see what I know about these kinds of returns?
Yep, you absolutely can.
1.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit anyway. These are Palamites, which are the returned who, as I said, all returned have a sort of melancholy and ennui about them, and they don't remember who they were.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them try to get trinkets from the world or lost lore. Palamites believe that they can find. There's a very sad type of returned that steal children to try and understand, like, get a sense of humanity again. These ones believe that by extinguishing mortal life, they will be returned. They've made a terrible mistake, and they can be returned to the underworld.
Well, it looks, Kit, I feel like we're being advanced on.
Are we? Is
So-
there a way out, or is it? It's like a dead end.
It's well, they're blocking the way. So you're.
Right, so there's only one way
It's
in, one way
right
out.
here.
Okay.
He's
Oh, they're at the stage door.
he's at the door, and they're blocking the way into the building.
So could they get back out through the theater?
Yeah, can we get out through the stage?
Yeah, you probably you could race. Yeah, if you raced through them, they'd be able to attack you on the
How
way.
are you doing for hit points, Kit?
oh,
you're
yeah, I'm
quite
very
injured.
sick. I've got 2 points.
Oh, can I cast some healing?
You
magic?
can, and also while you watch the play, you can take a short rest. So if you want to if you have any hit dice left, you can roll them.
Yeah.
How many do you have left?
I don't know. How do I tell?
You got some big D12s. Roll this.
No,
22
You've got
hit
22 hit points back,
Nice.
but you have no hit dice left because So that's
Okay.
the last of them.
All right.
All right, what are you going to do?
We're going to go straight into initiative, and Kit Gingerson is up first.
How good a friend is he of you?
I don't know these blokes, but these guys, they're no good. They want to fuck us up.
What happened to Mimo? Is Mimo dead?
Sorry,
Is Mimo okay?
Mimo has got his back against the wall,
Oh, right.
cowering. Yeah.
Oh. Fight, warriors! Fight!
Kid's gonna see if there's an escape route through the stage.
As I said, so to get to the stage, you'd have to run
yeah.
past two
We'd
of
have to
them,
go
and they would
through
be able to attack you on the way through.
Okay, right. All right. All right. Kid's gonna go in, guns blazing. I'm gonna use my
Do some sweet
do some sweet
attacks.
attacks.
So
So
you run up to the closest Palamite.
yep, 11. Does that hit?
What's the armor class? 15.
No, 17. That'll hit, and a 13.
One hit.
One hit.
One hit,
Yeesh. Okay. So that's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Awesome. So the Palamites looks like they take damage. They've no resistances. The flesh, as I said, when you saw the hand of the other return, is flesh, and they seem to fight normally, and they can be hurt. And he looks at you. His eyes glow, flash red, and he charges at you, Kit. Nick Giannopoulos, the original Wog Boy. You are up.
I look at them and I do a little turn on my spot and I say, "Your hands are nothing. Your feeble fingers. You're gonna stack it heaps." And I cast Bane on all three of them.
Ooh, what's Bane?
So they each need to make a
lovely singing voice.
make a charisma save.
Yep. DC.
Okay, that's a good question. What is my spell attack? So that's +7.
Yep.
So a save DC is 15.
All right. 2 of them fail.
So they all subtract, or the ones that fail, subtract D4 from their attack rolls.
Oh, excellent. All right. So they're going to do less damage, and that's the
From,
first.
from the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Oh, so to hit. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Harder to hit. Right.
Now they rush forward. 2 of them rush past you, Kit. You can hit one of them on the way if you want.
So it's just one hit?
Yep.
Oh, that's a...
Armor class 15.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay. And they race into the room past our friend who's still in the corridor. Sorry, no, that's you, Nick Giannopoulos. And they race into the room, and two of them attack you, Nick, while the other two descend on you, Kit. The ones descending on you, Kit, it's a critical and a hit. They both hit you with short swords. So that is 2 hits that are one's a crit, and those 13, 18, one more hit. So that's 3 hits, and you take 20 to 29 points of damage.
Down, man, down.
Friezo, jump on my body and ride me to the afterlife.
Jesus.
All right, Friezo. So wait, is everyone in the room with me?
2 of them are in the room. You can see these ones with the red.
Okay.
But I've got the coin on my person, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
This is going to be a quick adventure, Dave.
Hell Knights. I forgot. It didn't occur to me that they wouldn't rest.
This is Mimo.
Yeah. No, that's Nick Giannopoulos. Nemo is in the green.
How healthy is Nick Giannopoulos?
Totally.
I'm max health.
All right, I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Well, easy now.
Not great.
So I'm gonna use a 4th level spell slot. I'm just gonna roast these people.
Yep.
Everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Kid can't take any more damage. You know what I mean?
Well, no. That will trigger a death save.
No. Well, actually.
Oh no, it won't because it'll splash and he's in the corridor. You're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So
the reason they did so
each
much more
creature in
damage
a
to you is
20-foot
if you get one of them.
radius must make a dexterity saving throw. Dex saving throw is 15.
Okay, their dex is +3, so 10, 11, and 2. They all miss.
I'm going to roll my 9d6. And we get
Hate
to
that.
28 damage.
28 damage. All right.
Am I in range as well?
Yeah, you also make the roll.
What about what about Mimo Panathanakopoulos?
He make it as well.
Wow.
15?
What the fuck is that? I can't see it. 2. No, I get 7.
7. All right. 7. So you take 28 points of damage.
I'm on 10.
All right. Nick Giannopoulos.
No,
Sorry,
no.
Mimo.
Oh, what do I need to do?
15. Spell save.
DC?
Yep.
DC.
DC 15. All right. 13.
Dex or?
Dex.
Dex plus
Dex.
2, so 15. So you fail because you didn't beat it.
Oh, don't I get +2? Can I have +2?
Yeah. Proficiency. Sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. So you make it. Yeah. Actors have dexterity.
So
as
you
well.
take
Exactly. He's
you
an
take
athlete.
14 damage.
14 damage.
Oh,
You have 8 hit points, so
Yahtzee.
you start to die as well.
Did somebody give me a coin?
All right. Next one up is Kit Gingerson.
I do a death save?
Yep.
Death save.
Okay, you fail your first death save, so you're closer to death.
Fuck.
All right.
Fuck.
Nick Giannopoulos.
All right, I am going to cast Cure Wounds
Yep.
at level 3 on Kit.
Okay, cool. Oh, Kit, you're a barbarian. You
Yep.
get your go. The barbarians have a ability that when you go,
Oh, you
down,
go
to
down to
0
1.
hit points, you go
Alright.
down to 1 the first time. So
Okay.
you're at 1 hit point actually.
Oh, that's true.
So sorry, you have your go.
So I can run away.
So in full of pain, but running just on pure adrenaline, Kit Gingerson is still up.
You hear an explosion of fire in the.
Yeah, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go out the stage door.
Okay, so the
just
stage
leave
door
it.
bursts, and you find
I've got
yourself
1 point.
you find yourself bursting out onto the balcony level of the theater. Shaq, if we can have a little bit more of the stage.
There it is.
As you come out of a trapdoor onto the side, and you
Shaq's in the chat. Shaq.
pew, 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 and you burst out. Here, you can also take another action if you want. Do you have any healing or any healing potions?
Nah, I ain't got shit.
Okay, great. Nick Juno.
I have a very short rest.
Very short.
Well,
No, I know that's half-orcs, not barbarians, but also it's a totem of stone thing that we did before for Kit also has it.
so
Totem of the bear.
I run after Kit, and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so you run. Now that's going to you're running away from the two that are fighting you, so they're going to both. hit
I
you.
will use. Disengage will be my action, won't it? I use disengage as my action and run away.
Okay, so
So
you're
I
yep.
don't cast Cure Wounds.
Great. Two of them chase towards you and re-engage, but they don't get attacks because they're running. You ran full speed, and they run full speed as well. And-
I do have a bonus action, which I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Kit.
Okay, Kit has Bardic Inspiration. And the next one up is the other two descend on you, Friezo. Now that I suppose that you and Mimo are both in the room. Mimo is dying on the ground. One of them attacks Mimo, triggering a death check. which he succeeds.
Yes.
And the other one attacks you, Friezo, 17 points of damage.
17
No,
damage.
sorry, a 17 to hit.
Good, yeah, that hits.
Minus 4,
minus D4.
which becomes a 13.
Oh, no, my armor is like 13.
So it's
that hits?
its hand is stayed by the magic of Nick Giannopoulos,
The original walk boy.
original. So Kit Gingerson, you're up.
Wait, did I not get to turn that round?
Friezo, you're up. Sorry.
So there's two with me. The one that's attacking me, how damaged does it look?
It's the only uninjured one. The injured ones have gone and chased the others.
All right, then I guess I'll witch bolt it using my last spell slot. Yeah, 19.
Is that necrotic damage?
Yes. Oh no, it's lightning damage.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm using a 4th level spell slot. Wow, I do heaps of damage with a witch bolt.
At this level, I bet you would. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's been so long since you've witch bolted anybody.
No, it's just I didn't realize they were 4th level, not 3rd level.
I think the Dragos have heard of a cleric, haven't they?
No, I mean, there was one cleric we locked him.
There was a cleric, wasn't there?
There was one cleric
You
played by
also played a cleric.
Andrew
There
The
was-
Chesterfield sofa.
There was a cleric called
Clodric.
Yeah.
Clodric, played by Andrew Hansen, who we locked in a room and killed.
Yeah.
28 damage is the first round of damage to this guy.
All right. There is a. They normally don't make noise, but this one actually, there is a crack in the the lightning bolt is absorbed by the golden death mask of the returned Friezo, and a crack forms in it, and it falls open, revealing the face. And the face of the returned has no hair, no eyebrows, no eyes, and no mouth. It's just
A turtle shell.
It's a human face, but with skin over a sort of.
Oh, like Phantom of the Opera.
I guess it's a bit of a Voldemort, really. I suppose as well. If you didn't have a mouth or
Like
an eye.
cartilage. Any cartilage?
It's just so the sunken pits where the eyes would be,
Alright.
and a sunken pit.
Did
where
I
the mouth
kill
would
this
be.
guy?
It's half dead as it looks at you. It tries to look at you, flailing around, but without the mask, it seems out of control and slashes wildly. And Kit, you're up next.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna go pell mell. I'm gonna get one of these guys.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
These ones are quite injured because these ones are singed and burning.
So it's a 16. That's one.
Hits.
Lift off, Dangerbeard.
14. Does that hit? No.
No, it doesn't.
You need 15.
No. So one.
Those dice are cursed, bro. You got some real dice.
Yeah. One hit. That's 8 points.
8 points of damage. Yep, great. And do you want to go in a rage or anything?
Oh, it didn't occur to me, so I guess not.
All right, Nick, you're not
I'm on 1
Chill.
point.
Okay, I will cast a level 3 Cure Wounds on Kit.
Very good idea. All right, magical healing flows through you, Kit, and you take.
You feel better
Oh, nice.
now.
25 healing.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
25 hit points back.
Thank
Feels so
you.
good.
And I'm going to hide behind some of the set.
All right, but
They're
you're not. You're too close. They'll be able to see
okay.
you.
No, well, I will dodge. No, I don't know. I'm
You
gonna
just run away 30 feet if you want.
But am I gonna get attacked?
No. Oh, yes, you are, because
yes.
they've engaged with you. Yeah.
Well, I think I'll just stay there.
Okay. So the two of them attack. One of them attacks you, Kit, and hits, and one of them attacks you, Nick, and also hits. I assume 20 and 19.
With the minus D4 as well.
15 and 16. 50, what's your armor classes?
18.
12.
So it only hits you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You're not wearing any armor. You're wearing a
12 is,
toga.
12 is not a good armor class.
Not even wearing pants.
Wow.
It's true. And so in that case, you take another d6 plus 3 damage from a short sword, which I will roll now because I'm good at this. 6 points of damage. The other two Palamites, one of them attacks you, Mimo, again, triggering one more death save, and also take your own death save. Pass. One more. All right, pass 3 times, and you stabilize, and Mimo slides onto the couch.
An actor cannot die on the stage.
I was not dead. I was merely pretending.
And the other one, it tries to attack you twice. The witch bolt with its mask, it's flailing and it's missing and it's going wild as it seems to be in a fury, a huge rage. Friezo, you're up.
I roll another witch bolt. It's 11 more damage.
11 more damage, and it's very close to dead now. And Kit Gingerson.
Okay, I'm gonna keep.
Rage.
I'm going into a rage because
Now you
I
take.
almost died.
Because
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
acting infuriates you.
Bad acting. So that's
2 hits.
2 hits.
You have advantage. Oh, no, against strength. Yep.
Yeah.
Roll these 2d4s.
uh,
5
plus 3.
Oh, but you get to add your strength, don't you? Because you're in a
Yes, a
rage.
3. Oh, do I?
Do you
Yeah,
get to
plus
add
2
your
damage.
proficiency?
Plus 2
Oh,
damage.
5 plus 3.
So 5 plus 5 is 10. Roll again. Another
Again.
10.
Wow.
20
All right.
damage.
You beat down one of the Palamites until only sodden cloth and a gold mask remains as it falls down dead.
Take that, you Palamite.
Next up, excuse me,
What did you say?
What did you call me?
Nick Giannopoulos, the original Wog Boy.
I will disengage and go over to
Hide behind the prop boat.
no, off prompt, please.
Off prompt. Yes,
Thank
absolutely
you.
off prompt, Juliet.
Yeah.
Exit stage left even.
You head over to the other balcony. Shaq, can we see more of the theatre again? And
And as my bonus action, I will use unsettling words
Ooh.
on the remaining gold-faced.
yep.
So that's another inspiration dice. And so the next saving throw they have is -8.
Okay, excellent. So they are
Ooh.
very much triggered by that. And the next now they return.
Big head.
And it runs towards you, Kit, because Nick Giannopoulos has taken so much distance.
Yeah.
And it does a multi-attack, a 2 and a 20. No, that's a 1. It's a 1. So a 1 means that they drop their short sword and it goes clattering down onto the stage below them.
Dramatically.
And the returned is unarmed and it looks at you and it starts backing off as it tries to back away out of the theatre. The other Palamites, now that Mimo has run under the table, are just chopping into you, Friezo. One of them is very hurt and has disadvantage and therefore only hits you with one of its hits and does 9 points of damage. The other one, however, is at full life and it doesn't have any disadvantage. So what's your armor class?
13.
So that's 1 hit, 3 hits.
Okay.
So you take another 7 plus 9 plus 7.
Ooh,
23
Friezo dead.
23 hit points. And Friezo starts to die.
Oh boy.
Okay. Next up is Jincherson.
What happened to Mimo?
Mimo's hiding under the table.
Fucking Mimo.
Is Mimo unconscious though?
No, he's stabilized.
Oh yeah, right.
He's going to miss this turn and he's going to come back with 1 hit point.
Oh, Mimo.
Yeah.
Oh, as a reaction to dying, can I blink?
Oh, as you can. That's interesting. No, let me think. All right, make quickly for me a Constitution save.
18 plus Constitution, 20.
Okay, with the last of your energy,
Sorry, 19.
You
19.
blink into the border ethereal. You try to. You try to. Sorry, Fraser. You try to, and you spark, and you suddenly have a realization that the border ethereal doesn't exist here. That you are outside.
Beyond the realms of the milk dimension?
The milk dimension does not extend as far as Theros.
There's no milk dimension in Theros.
Next up is Kit Jingerson.
Okay, so he's backed off. I think Kit realizes that Friezo has been left behind.
Yep.
So he's going to barrel back. He's going to run back to.
You can, because this one's backing off.
Gonna
and
bash him? Gonna
Yep.
barge him?
You've got your extra speed, so you can actually get in there in 1 turn if you want.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm there.
Okay.
And so you can
Oh,
still
yeah,
attack
I have an
if
extra
something.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I'll
Could
stab him
he
as I go
charge
past.
him?
Yeah, so you can get advantage with this hit because you've come with
Yeah.
speed.
So what's that? That's going to be like just the strength.
You just roll 2 of these bad boys.
Actually, yeah, no, it's
pick
the
the
olive.
highest one.
There's an olive oil dimension in this one.
Hit. Roll again.
They both hit.
How many attacks to get?
Hits.
Hits again. Get 3 attacks?
All hit, 3 hits.
3 hits.
All right.
Roll that. Add 5. 10.
10.
Roll again. 21. And then plus
29.
8, 29.
29 points will kill another Palamite.
Can I, just before it dies, try and detect thoughts?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There's one more Palamite in the room.
Oh, right. There's one that,
which is now your turn.
Okay. Can I see? Mm-hmm. I will try and detect thoughts.
You reach out with your mind as you've done, just as you were taught at the Dakria, and you pierce through the mask that it's wearing, and it feels improbably like it is just gold all the way through. You cannot get a read on its emotions. You cannot get a read on its thoughts. It seems to be a nothing, an empty anti-space. But you can still take your move action if you want.
Yeah, so I'm going to hide behind the boat.
Okay, you hide behind the boat, and then the Palamite rushes forward and attacks you quickly, misses, and hits you once. Kit for
That's the one in the room.
Yep.
I didn't realize this was
4 points of damage.
Okay.
And this is the last one that's still fighting. The other one has run away, is running clattering out of the theater. That's the one that you tried to read the thoughts of. And now Friezo, take a death save.
18, pass.
18 pass. You manage. You're on the way to stabilizing. And Kit, the last Palamite is cornered in the room as it turns to face you.
Oh wait, it's my go.
Yep.
Oh,
That's 0 hits.
does he have advantage? No.
Yeah. You still rage. You have... Oh no, you don't have advantage.
No.
You missed all your hits.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Nick Giannopoulos, you'll go.
You can add a D8 with your inspiration.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to
True,
attack.
actually,
Roll
yeah.
a D8.
Is that enough to hit one of them?
10 plus 7.
Right.
Yep, that's a
You
hit.
can only do it once. You can hit
One
with
hit.
one more.
Okay, 1 hit.
Mhm.
So that's
Ooh,
4.
10.
Yeah,
10? 10?
10.
All right, 10 points of damage is enough to... And you decapitate the last Palamite as you grab him by the mask with your hand, and with a flex of your mighty cat-like biceps, you pull his head off the mask, and the head comes with it. And there's a wet pop, and the body...
Oh.
Yeah, the
Wet
Wet pop, wet pop.
The pop is
You're
what
my
surprises
wet
you.
pop.
All right, and so deep within the bowels of the amphitheater of the Dacria, on the shores of the Siren Sea in a new city far from home, the Beef Babes have found themselves beyond the cradle, beyond the milk dimension, beyond the help of their friends and the wise counsel of Bethany Smiles, on their own at last, Kit, Friezo, and I guess Nick Giannopoulos, the original book boy, who have yet to tread the boards beyond this simple polis into the great unknown that is Theros, land of mythic odysseys, adventure, and gods that are increasingly unhappy with the slight blasphemous friendship that they keep. To find out what happens next, tune in this week, this time, well, not this time, 2 hours earlier, to the next adventure of the Beef Babes. Thank you!
It was really good.